there's going to be a lot happening in the industry really, really soon. And what I mean by this is there's going to hopefully be a pipeline of spectrum that's going to be available here in the coming years. When I say spectrum, I'm talking about radio frequency airwaves, the stuff that creates the capacity on the wireless networks from the mobile network operator builders like AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. Now, there's discussions we can have about the longevity of Dish and Boost Mobile, and of course, there's an immense amount of spectrum there that the carriers would love to get a hold of. You know, Dish goes bankrupt, they can no longer do their thing, they sell out, whatever. You have US Cellular, some regional providers, there's spectrum, all those things are factors, but the bottom line is there has to be additional spectrum that's going to be coming to the market very soon. Some of the ones that you guys can expect here in the next handful of years is going to be some spectrum that's in the AWS-3. Currently, you guys may see it as like band 66 or N70. That's the 1700, 2100 frequency. Radios already exist for it. That stuff's been deployed for years. This would just be the deepening of those existing channels. Carriers definitely want that, right? All carriers have that frequency and have deployed those bands. There's also going to be some upper C-band that's going to be auctioned, the 3900 range. That's going to be like over 200 megahertz of bandwidth. Verizon would want to go heavy. AT&T would want to go heavy. You could speculate T-Mobile might want to get involved, but they haven't deployed any of their C-band yet. So I kind of don't want to see them getting involved at all. Unless if they were to get more of it, it would entice them to deploy it more, right? So I guess that's a thing. There's going to be some DoD, right? The lower 3 gigahertz portion, it's like 3100 to 3300. They're going to have to wrestle that away from the DoD and obviously try to keep it away from spectrum sharing rules. That's down the pipeline. And then, of course, there's always the satellite operators. I think there's like 2 different frequencies that could kind of be split and broken up and used for all types of different things with mobile network builders. And there's a lot of bandwidth there, but that one's kind of up in the air. Anyways, time frame. What are we talking here? Well, we're talking about auctions that likely would happen some as early as next year. And then possibly from there, you would get like an annual deployment or auctioning, right? It would basically work like that. So you would technically have by like 2030 a nice boost of capacity across networks as the carriers build out these frequencies and all this bandwidth, right? So those auctions would generate tons of money. Conservative estimates say like 180 to 200 billion dollars, right? So expect AT&T, T-Mobile, to Verizon to bring the money bags to the auction to continue to bolster their asset portfolio. There might be a little bit of clearance involved. Obviously, it's going to take time to build those networks, and the carriers are going to be spending buku bucks. I mean, you could start worrying about your bill at that point, right? How much are they going to be charging you for wireless service? I think the important thing for the carriers at that point is going to be, how do we monetize the spectrum that we're paying for? And, use cases and fixed wireless access and all those things start to become, I think, a little bit more heightened in the monetization process. But it'd be good for you and me because we can deepen our relationships with the builders and we could pay for services and maybe get some new types of access that we weren't using previously. But for sure, the networks would become better. They'd be more dynamic. They'd be more foolproof. Congestion would be a thing of the past, meeting the demands of people, the growing demands of the United States citizens. So it's super exciting. Put all this information on the back burner. We'll be back to revisit this at a different time. But those things are really crucial and really important. And we should have developments in this within the next year to 2 years. With this particular administration, we'll definitely see how it goes with the FCC. Anyways, let me know what you're excited for. Give me your estimation on the time frame. Do you have positive vibes towards these things, or are you kind of doubtful that this will play out so well? Let me know. Drop me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next video.